Greetings, YouTube, as we admire the rework to Hulkbuster, and I don't think anybody can argue the fact that he is way better than he was before. Beta tests are great, because even if a champion doesn't become God tier or beyond God tier, they're still better than trash. And so, we're thankful for them, especially with older champions that most everybody who's been playing the game for years have in some capacity, whether it be a 4-star, 5-star, even 6-star. But sometimes the beta test is the best chance to test a champion that you already have, even unawakened, especially as a 6-star. And longtime supporter of the channel, Nicholas Jazz, messaged me with a really cool unawakened rank 2 6-star Colossus video yesterday. And he wanted me to feature it. And before I did, I said, well, didn't you say that you had a tier 5 mutant catalyst? And he's like, yeah. And I said, well, why don't you just use the rank down tickets in the beta to take Colossus to rank 3, attempt that, and then send that video? And he realized, I didn't know you could do that. So it's just a friendly reminder with a few days left in the beta. If you have, especially for those of you who've completed at least one run of the Abyss or Act 6, and you've got a tier 5 class catalyst, I don't care if the best champion you have as a 6-star is Juggernaut of that class, or Kingpin, or Iron Package, or King Groot, someone terrible. You might still want to try them out at rank 3 and see what damage they do just for fun. As an experiment. It's not going to cost you anything, and you're going to know. So in this case, we want to ask the question and answer the question: how powerful is an unawakened 6-star Colossus? Now, the synergy team, we should say in this fight before we begin, is Juggernaut, Emma, Thing, Omega, and then of course Colossus. What synergies does that give him? I have no idea. But at the same time, this is a unboosted rank 3. Of course, you do have that class advantage, so that's why the PI is additional. But his strategy is going to be, of course, to just get to those specials. And so he is parrying, stacking the armor, and he starts out with 9 stacks. And look at that immediate damage, 29,000 on the crit. Now, he doesn't get any crits on the next heavy, but he still stacks them pretty dang well. What I love about Colossus is really 31,000 now on the crit, is when people combine the heavy with the special 2 animation. And when you've got Stupefy active and you can do that beautiful stun duration. Uh-oh, phone's about to commit battery. Alright, so we've got the parry, stacks to 10. Now he combines the 2, 35, 35. So that was 100,000 damage. And he didn't even crit in all the places that he probably could have. Now, he did have 18 stacks at one point. That's dropped down to 14. But of course, he's going to try to stabilize that as much as possible while he builds up his power. It seems like to me, between the heavy attack stacks of Colossus and also just being very patient, you really can not only crit crazy amounts with the first or especially second part of that heavy, 35,000 on that, but you're just building to the special too. So yeah, obviously it helps to not have a stun immune node, but here we go, 36,000, and that was 69,800 on that final animation, and then 2 more hits. That is absolutely insane. So a rank 3 unawakened Colossus without boosts got Realm of Legends Winter Soldier down in 28 hits. I'm not saying that's a record, but that's one of the best fights that I have seen and certainly been able to commentate on my channel. And what I love about the new Colossus amazing post-beta rework is that he does not need to be awakened to put out that damage. And you don't have to worry about really having some complicated gameplay. All you did in that fight was see him pretty much spam heavies, wait to a special 2, and then try to combine after parrying the first part of the heavy with the special 2, and then rinse and repeat. And as long as he did that, he was good to go. And he caused more damage than what was needed to take Winter Soldier down in less than 30 hits. So, only because people always ask me, Prof, should I take Colossus to rank 5 then, or rank 3 then? Only if you're going to use that champion every day in Alliance Quest or Alliance War or General Questing. If the answer is yes and you love that champion, go for it. But if the answer is I don't know, wait. And if it's no, definitely don't. Because you don't want to use rank up resources. You don't want to waste them on champions that, though they do amazing amounts of damage, you're not going to use them. And I've seen a lot of people do that lately with Cole Obsidian, where they re-ranked their Cole up, or they kept their Cole ranked even after trading him in, and then they told me, oh, yeah, I just realized I don't really use Cole anymore except for the arena, so I probably wish I had those Tier 5 basic catalysts back. And at that point, what do you tell them? We're not going to get rank down tickets unless you use them in the beta, and of course those don't count. They're just temporary resources you're leasing for the server. So yeah, Nicholas, this was a really impressive fight. I love that it was unboosted as well. And Colossus, as he said, who needs Hulkbuster when you've got Colossus? What kind of world do we live in 2020 where that phrase is actually applicable? If you told me that in 2019, you would have thought you were on something. In this case, it's just the world we live in, and it's a better world thanks to these beta tests.